Most people walk through life unaware of the social forces shaping their behavior. They react instead of respond. They speak without thinking. They take things personally. They get manipulated without noticing. But the truth is simple. When you understand people, you control the interaction. When you understand behavior, you control the outcome. And when you control yourself, you control everything. This video will teach you how to do exactly that. Welcome to Social Control. Read people and respond wisely. A deep journey into human behavior, hidden motives, and the psychology of influence. By the end of this, you will be able to read people like a book, predict reactions before they happen, stay calm under pressure, respond with power instead of emotion, and handle any situation with confidence. Let's begin. Section 1. The foundation of reading people. 1. The first rule. People always reveal themselves. Even when someone is trying to hide their true intention, their body, voice, and choices reveal everything. People leak information through micro-expressions, tone shifts, speech rhythm, eye contact patterns, breathing, small movements, their first reactions, and their avoidance. Reading people is not about being a genius. It's about paying attention to things others ignore. Most people listen to words. Experts listen to behavior. 2. The 3 layers of every human being. Every person you meet has 3 layers. 1. What they show. This is the surface, the mask, what they want you to think. 2. What they feel. This is their emotion, fear, confidence, guilt, excitement. 3. What they want. This is the most important layer. Every behavior is rooted in desire. If you identify what someone wants, you can predict their next move, their weaknesses, their expectations, their insecurities, their limits. Reading people is reading their desires. 3. The emotional frequency of a person. Every individual has a dominant emotional frequency, the emotion they operate from most of the time. Some people operate from fear, some from ego, some from insecurity, some from anger, some from love, some from ambition. Knowing a person's dominant frequency is like having the cheat code to their behavior. Fear-driven people avoid conflict. Ego-driven people want validation. Insecure people need reassurance. Ambitious people want opportunity. Angry people want control. Once you match the frequency, you control the interaction. Section 2. The techniques to read anyone. 1. Watch the first reaction. It's always honest. When something unexpected happens, the first reaction is instinct. It reveals fear, guilt, confidence, surprise, annoyance, attraction, discomfort. After 2 seconds, the mask comes on. So watch the eyes first, then the facial muscles, then the posture. The first reaction is the truth. Everything after that is strategy. 2. The power of silence. Silence is the most powerful tool in reading people. When you stay silent, they reveal more. They become nervous. They explain themselves. Their real thoughts come out. Their lies break down. Their body language becomes louder. If you want to read someone, ask a question and then pause. People expose themselves in silence. 3. The 3-second eye contact rule. Here's a simple psychological technique. Hold eye contact for 2 to 3 seconds when someone finishes speaking. Do not nod immediately. Let them feel the pressure. This creates a moment of pressure where their subconscious reacts. During this moment, you will see nervousness, confidence, guilt, honesty, interest, dominance, or uncertainty. Their eyes will reveal what their words hide. 4. The why now analysis. Every action has a motive, but the timing reveals the truth. When someone suddenly messages you, unexpectedly compliments you, switches tone, becomes distant, becomes overly friendly, starts arguing, asks for help, starts avoiding, brings up a topic out of nowhere, instead of reacting, ask yourself, why now? The timing will tell you what triggered them, what they're afraid of, what they're planning, whether they're honest, whether they're manipulating. Smart people analyze timing, not words. 5. Reading the trio: feet, hands, voice. These three are the most honest indicators of emotion. Feet, direction reveals intention. Feet point towards what someone wants and away from what they fear or dislike. Hands, tension reveals stress. Fidgeting equals anxiety. Clenching equals anger. Open palms equals honesty. Hidden hands equals defensiveness or hiding truth. Voice, tone reveals emotional state. A change in tone or speed is often more honest than what someone says. The art of silent influence. Most people think power comes from talking, giving orders, or showing dominance. But in real life, the strongest influence is silent influence. Silent influence is when you subtly guide people's behavior without force, pressure, or confrontation. You do not overpower people, you pull them towards your direction. 1. The power of presence. Your presence speaks before your words ever do. People read your posture, your energy, your confidence, your calmness, your level of self-control. If your presence is calm, grounded, and steady, it automatically creates trust and respect. People follow calm energy, not loud energy. Practice. Whenever you enter a room, don't rush. Walk slowly, breathe deeply, and look around with awareness. This gives the impression of control, confidence, and strength.
2. Emotional baselining. To understand people accurately, you must first see their baseline. Baseline is the person's usual behavior when they are calm and genuine. Every person has their own natural tone, posture, expression, speaking rhythm, and eye contact level. Once you know their baseline, you can instantly detect when something changes: anger, lying, stress, insecurity, or manipulation. How to baseline someone. 1. Talk to them about simple topics. 2. Watch their natural behavior. 3. Observe any shift when the topic becomes emotional or serious. That shift reveals the truth they won't say aloud. 3. The law of space. People reveal their mindset through how they use space. Confident people take up space. Insecure people shrink and avoid space. Aggressive people invade your space. Manipulators hover in your space quietly. You can control interactions simply by adjusting distance. Use this to your advantage. Step slightly closer creates seriousness. Step slightly back creates safety. Stay still and grounded creates authority. The one who controls the space controls the tone of the interaction. 4. Micro-expressions, the 1-second emotional leak. Micro-expressions are tiny facial reactions that appear for less than 1 second. They reveal true emotions before the brain can hide them. Here are the 7 universal micro-expressions. 1. Fear, raised eyebrows, wide eyes. 2. Anger, lowered eyebrows, tight lips. 3. Sadness, drooping eyelids, slight frown. 4. Disgust, nose wrinkles. 5. Surprise, raised brows, dropped jaw. 6. Contempt, half smile on one side. 7. Happiness, eyes crinkle, cheeks lift. The person may try to hide how they feel,
but their face reveals everything. If you watch closely, you'll always know the truth. 5. The rule of ask and observe. People expose themselves when you ask simple but specific questions. Example, are you comfortable with this decision? Watch. The delay before answering, the shift in posture, eye movement, tone change. People lie with words, but they tell the truth with their body. The key is not to confront, just absorb the information and use it wisely. Defending against manipulators. To understand social control, you must learn how to protect yourself from people who try to use it against you. 1. The fog of confusion tactic. Manipulators create a fog of confusion by giving mixed messages, changing the topic, shifting blame, talking too fast, overwhelming you with unnecessary details. This tactic exists to break your clarity. How to defeat it? Say this simple line, I didn't understand. Tell me in one sentence. Manipulators hate clarity. Once things become simple, their power disappears. 2. The guilt pressure trap. Manipulators often use guilt to control you. They say things like, after all I've done for you, or you're making me the bad person, or if you don't help me, nobody will. The trick is to make you feel responsible for their emotions. Your response should be, I understand how you feel, but that doesn't mean I must do what you want. You acknowledge their emotion, but you don't obey. That breaks their control. 3. The urgency tactic. Manipulators rush you so you don't think. Examples, you must decide now, or if you don't do this immediately, you'll miss your chance. Urgency equals pressure equals lowered logic. Your counter is, if it requires rush, the answer is no. This single sentence destroys manipulation instantly. 4. The compliment trap. Some people use praise to lower your guard. They compliment you just to push their agenda. Red flag compliments. Too much praise from someone who barely knows you. Compliments right before asking for something. Flattery that feels unnatural. Your response, smile, say thank you, but don't offer anything. Never repay a compliment with a favor. How to respond wisely, the controlled mindset. To respond wisely, you must operate from clarity, calmness, and emotional distance. These 3 psychological rules will transform the way people respond to you. 1. The rule of slow reactions. Powerful people react slowly. Fast reactions come from emotion. Slow reactions come from control. Before responding, pause, breathe, let the moment settle. Your silence makes others reveal more than they planned. 2. The principle of detachment. The more emotionally attached you are, the less control you have. Detach your fears, expectations, desire to be liked, need to win the argument. Detachment gives you 10 times more clarity. A detached person is impossible to manipulate. 3. Respond to behavior, not words. People lie, behavior doesn't. If someone says, I'm not angry, but their eyes are cold. I don't mind, but their tone shifts. I understand, but they avoid eye contact. Trust the behavior. Behavior is the real language of truth. The hidden games people play. 1. People don't always say what they mean. They signal. Most social interaction is not literal, it's symbolic. People speak in signals: approval, discomfort, dominance, submission, interest, indifference. If you learn to read these signals, you understand people far better than the words they say. Examples: someone says, I'm not upset, but their jaw is tight. They're upset. Someone says, it's fine, but they avoid eye contact. It's not fine. Someone says, we'll see. They mean no, but don't want conflict. Rule: ignore people's words, watch their patterns. The 5 patterns that reveal a person's true intent. Pattern 1, energy direction. Where do they move? Leaning in equals interest. Pulling back equals discomfort. Standing still but feet pointed toward exit equals wanting to leave. Turning torso towards you but head away equals conflicted emotions. The body reveals the truth faster than the mouth. Pattern 2, micro delays. When someone pauses before answering, they're calculating, they're hiding something, they're trying to control your perception. A natural response comes instantly. A managed one comes with delay. In social control, timing is everything. Pattern 3, contradictions. When behavior and words disagree, always trust the behavior. Friendly tone but cold eyes equals hidden resentment. Compliments but backhanded phrasing equals envy. I'm happy for you, but tension in face equals jealousy. Contradiction equals truth leaking out. Pattern 4, repetition. People reveal themselves through what they repeat. Repeated complaints equal true values. Repeated jokes equal their real feelings. Repeated excuses equal their real priorities. Repetition exposes reality. Pattern 5, emotional spikes. People show the truth when emotion hits. Sudden defensiveness, sudden anger, sudden sadness.
Emotional spikes break masks. When someone spikes emotionally, don't react. Just observe. That's when you see the real person. 3. The social archetypes. People fall into predictable roles. Learning these helps you instantly understand behavior. 1. The dominant. Loud, confident posture, direct eye contact, takes space, makes decisions quickly. How to handle? Match confidence, not aggression. Dominance respects strength. 2. The submissive. Soft voice, avoids eye contact, apologizes a lot, follows rather than leads. How to handle? Give reassurance, not force. They respond to safety. 3. The manipulator. Overly friendly, fast bonding, emotional storytelling, plays victim when challenged, subtle guilt trips. How to handle? Set boundaries early and never apologize for them. 4. The performer. Always joking, exaggerated gestures, wants attention, uses charm for influence. How to handle? Acknowledge them, but don't get swept by their energy. 5. The analyzer. Quiet, watches more than speaks, asks strategic questions, values logic. How to handle? Give facts, reasoning, and space. 4. How to respond wisely. The 3 golden rules. Rule 1. Respond to the emotion, not the words. Words lie, emotions don't. If someone is angry and says, "Whatever, do what you want," don't argue. Say, "It seems like this bothered you more than you're saying." You skip the surface and address the truth. This gives you real control. Rule 2. Slow down the interaction. Power belongs to the one who reacts slowest, not fastest. Take a breath. Let silence sit. Process before speaking. Silence makes people reveal more. Rule 3. Ask strategic questions. Questions guide the direction of any conversation. Examples: what made you feel that way? What happened right before that? Why do you think that keeps happening? These questions disarm people, reveal motives, give you control, and make you look emotionally intelligent. 5. Emotional pressure points. The levers behind people's behavior. Everyone has emotional pressure points. A fear of being rejected, a desire to feel important, a need for certainty, a fear of losing control, a desire to be understood, a fear of looking weak. If you identify these, you can predict and influence behavior. How to spot someone's pressure point? Notice what triggers them.
Notice what excites them. Notice what they defend aggressively. Notice what makes them insecure. Once you know this, you understand their emotional blueprint. 6. The secret of social control. Don't control people, control the situation. You do not need to argue, confront, dominate, manipulate, or force. Instead, control the environment. You control the person indirectly by controlling the tone, the timing, the space, the questions, the energy, the boundaries. This is the highest level of social mastery. The hidden social signals most people never notice. Most people think communication is about words, but in reality, words are the smallest part of understanding human behavior. If you want to respond wisely, if you want to influence without force, if you want to make people feel understood, you must learn to read the silent language people speak at all times. Let's uncover that. 4.1. Micro-expressions. The truth people can't hide. Micro-expressions last less than half of a second. They show a person's real emotion before they put on a fake face. Master these 7 signs. 1. Anger. Brows pull down together. Eyes narrow. Jaw tightens. Even if they smile afterwards, the anger was real. 2. Fear. Eyes widen. Upper eyelids lift. This person is unsure about what's happening. 3. Disgust. Nose wrinkles. Upper lip lifts. This means they don't like something or someone. 4. Sadness. Inner brows pull up. Corners of the lips pull down. This person needs kindness, not competition. 5. Surprise. Brows shoot up instantly. Eyes widen. Mouth opens slightly. A surprised person is open to suggestion in the next seconds. 6. Contempt. One side of the mouth pulls sideways. This is the "I'm better than you" look. 7. Happiness. Eyes squint slightly. Crow's feet. Cheeks lift. A fake smile never uses the eyes, only the mouth. Practice noticing these. They will give you access to hidden truth. 4.2. The power of eye movement. Eyes reveal the direction of a person's thoughts. Looking left often indicates memory. Looking right often indicates imagination or fabrication. Looking down indicates emotional discomfort. Looking up indicates thinking or searching for information. Remember, not everyone follows this exactly, but over time the pattern becomes clear for each person. Use these observations to understand: are they recalling something real? Are they inventing something? Are they hiding pain? Are they unsure and need guidance? People's eyes will tell you the answer before their words do. 4.3. Posture and body orientation. Here is the truth. People point their body at what they care about most. This is why you must notice. 1. Feet direction. Feet reveal real attention. If someone's feet point away from you, they want the conversation to end. 2. Torso position. Torso leaning forward is interest. Torso leaning back is discomfort. Torso turned sideways is defensive or uncertain. 3. Head tilt. Head tilted is openness, curiosity. Head straight and stiff is guardedness. 4. Shoulders. Raised shoulders is stress. Relaxed shoulders is comfort. Once you understand body orientation, conversations become predictable. 4.4. Voice tone and rhythm. The emotional blueprint. You can hear mood better than you can see it. Tone reveals confidence or insecurity, calmness or tension, honesty or hesitation, interest or annoyance.
Here are the most important signals: fast talking, anxiety, excitement, or nervousness. Slow the conversation and they will calm down. Sudden pauses. The mind is filtering the truth. They are either thinking deeply or hiding something. Volume changes. Quiet voice equals submission or uncertainty. Loud voice equals dominance or emotional intensity. Breath control. Steady breathing equals confidence. Shallow breathing equals fear, stress, or lying. Tone is the emotional truth behind words. 4.5. Reading group dynamics. Who has the real power? In any group, friends, co-workers, family, there is always a hierarchy. Most people can't see it. Here's how you can. 1. Who people look at first. That person has power. 2. Who interrupts without resistance. That person has power. 3. Who controls the emotional temperature. If one person gets irritated and everyone else adjusts, they are the real leader. 4. Who people sit closest to. Humans move toward those they feel safest with. 5. Who people imitate. Crossing legs, leaning posture, hand movement. People mirror the person they respect. Once you learn to observe groups like this, you will understand social worlds instantly. How to respond wisely to any personality type. Now that you can read people, you must know how to respond to them. People respond differently because they think differently. Here is how to influence each major personality type. 5.1. The dominant personality. Strong, confident, impatient. They respect directness, clarity, competence. How to respond wisely? Get to the point. Don't waste time. Give solutions, not stories. Match their confidence, but not their aggression. They test strength, not kindness. Show strength calmly. 5.2. The emotional personality. Sensitive, expressive, reactive. They value understanding, connection, security. How to respond wisely? Validate their feelings. I understand why you feel this way. Use a calm voice. Avoid harsh logic without empathy. Create emotional safety. Once they feel understood, they follow you easily. 5.3. The logical personality. Thinkers, planners, question askers. They respect reason, structure, information. How to respond wisely? Give facts and evidence. Avoid emotional exaggeration. Explain your reasoning clearly. Give them time to think. Logic minds follow clarity. 5.4. The passive personality. Quiet, reserved, uncertain. They value comfort, stability, low pressure. How to respond wisely? Ask open questions. Give them time to respond. Avoid pushing. Offer gentle guidance. They open slowly but deeply. 5.5. The manipulative personality. Charming but calculating. They use guilt, confusion, charm, and pressure. How to respond wisely? Never react emotionally. Keep boundaries firm. Ask direct questions. Focus on facts, not feelings. Once you show you cannot be manipulated, they lose power. At the end of the day, everything starts with one small decision, the decision to grow. No matter where you are right now, remember that progress is still progress, even if it's slow. Keep showing up, keep learning, and keep becoming the best version of yourself. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this message helped you, take a deep breath, reset your mind, and step forward with confidence. Your journey continues from here.